Hello and welcome to the Week in Review for Module 1, Week 1 of HCA 424 Capstone for Medical Imaging Summer Semester. Okay, so hopefully you've watched the course intro video. If you haven't, make sure you watch it after this one. It gives you kind of a big picture of the course. But what I intend to do with the Week in Review videos, and they'll be posted right here in the course news every week on Monday, is give you a look at what we're doing this week and also a look back on maybe any feedback or problems, questions that we had for the previous week. But here's our first week in review. So what are you doing this week? Well, one, make sure you look at the syllabus and become familiar with the flow of the course and your assignments, point values, etc. This week, though, we have on deck, we have a project conference, a mini case study report, a LinkedIn profile and program profile, and a discussion. So, the project conference. What I like to do, especially with the capstone, is I want to talk to each one of you in person. So this week, I'd like you to go in and schedule that conference. You anticipate maybe 10 minutes. I like to go over especially the big project. I want to talk about that big project right now because we only have 6 weeks in this course. Now, for that project conference, I'm going to direct you, and you'll see it, it's all in the course, but I'm going to direct you towards a scheduler that I use for another program that I'm in charge of. But the scheduler will have medical imaging all over it. Don't worry, it works great for scheduling. So we're going to use my scheduler for imaging. Just simply click on the time that you want to do your conference, key in it'll bring up a page, you key in your information, you'll choose telephone. We're not going to do I do video conferencing for some things on this, but in this case, we're just going to keep it simple. With a telephone conversation, you'll key in the telephone number, you'll type the telephone number in that you want me to call you at. I will call you at that time, and then just click submit. You'll get a bunch of reminders that are automatically generated about this event, as well I do, which is good, keeps me on track and hopes that I don't forget about it. It's also populated in my calendar automatically, which is awesome. So just kind of go with the flow on that. There's going to be the terminology on the letters will have to do with medical imaging and a virtual program tour, which we're not doing, but substitute the words virtual program tour for course conference, and you should be just fine. I think you'll get the idea of why we're using that scheduler. And please try to schedule a time this week or early next. Again, we have such little time in this course, being only 6. Let's try to get everybody done by the middle of next week would be great. Okay, so project conference, schedule it, talk to me, 10 minutes, done. Mini case study report. Throughout the program or throughout this course, you're going to have 6 case studies, all focusing on things that you've learned throughout the program, and you'll have your first one this week. Answer the questions in full paragraph form. Make sure that if you're citing any additional information, you follow APA. If you do cite, please put references on there, but not required. But just to make sure they are well-crafted sentences, and make sure that whatever you decide, however you answer these questions on these case studies, that you are supporting what you say. That is kind of what I'm looking for. Is it logical? Yet do you make your point, and then here is why I say, these particular things about my point. So I am looking for critical thinking skills in these case studies, but there is no right or wrong answer, so that's important to know. The other thing that you'll be doing is that LinkedIn profile and program profile. If you already have a LinkedIn profile, you're all set. Maybe polish it up a little bit. Look at the PDF I provide on common mistakes for LinkedIn, which I see, unfortunately, all the time. You want to make sure your LinkedIn profile is pretty solid. So maybe clean up your LinkedIn if you've already got one made. If not, make one. It is a tremendous tool. It can really help. We've had graduates all the time who have been able to network with former colleagues, establish new connections, learn about job opportunities through LinkedIn. So you'll make a profile and you'll connect with me. or with our group, our alumni group. It's in the syllabus, and in that project, you'll see that information in there. So you'll connect with our HCA group, but go out and find other groups. You know, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of groups out there that you can join, and you'll get weekly updates depending how active the groups are. There's even one, you know, almost every major health system has some sort of LinkedIn network. So and sometimes jobs are promoted on those areas. So please join. It's one more, you know, arrow in your quiver of arrows, and one more weapon for you in your professional development as you're seeking to establish your career. The other thing that we like to have you do is what's called a program profile. This is a Word form, not a Word document necessarily, a Word form that you'll fill out. We use this at the college, as sort of identification of you. You'll put a little picture in there. Could be your LinkedIn picture. We also use this down the road if anybody calls us and we're looking, you know, about a job opportunity, or you know, it could be a myriad of different things that have come up, and we've like, oh, where's that person? We forgot their we don't have their address updated on the college, you know, systems. This is another mechanism for us to contact you after you've left us. So if there is something important, we do have that available. The good news is we're starting to do this at the very beginning of programs now. So we're collecting this up front, but we've only been doing this now for about 2 semesters. So now we're only catching you at the very end. Sorry about that, but it will help us to contact you should something come up, and know that this is only used internally here at the college. It does not go out to any other sources. Okay, so you have that LinkedIn and program profile is relatively easy. And then you'll have a discussion post this week. We follow the Thursday, Saturday format. So please try to have that in, especially your main post by Thursday. I really look for those main posts by Thursday. That gives everybody, you know, Friday, Saturday, if necessary, Sunday for response time. So please, main post by Thursday for sure. I will deduct points if you don't get that post in by Thursday for our discussions that we will have a few of those throughout the course. Okay, excellent. That should cover it for this week. If you have any problems or questions as you're going through this module, of course, please feel free to contact me. You can always contact me through phone, email, text message, cell phone, numerous ways to always get a hold of me. And I think that pretty much covers it for this week. Again, welcome to the course. Make sure you watch your welcome video and review the course overview page before you get started, and print that syllabus out so you always have that handy. I think that's really good. Excellent. All right. Well, as always, thank you for watching.